In the previous tutorial, we saw how to work with Docker containers, and now we'll see how to work with Docker storage. To list the volumes that we have, the command for that will be docker volume ls. And as we can see here now, we don't have any volumes. To create a volume, the command for that will be docker volume create, and then name the volume. I'll name it volume 1. And now if we do docker volume ls, we see that we have local we have the volume 1 in our local drive. Let's inspect the volume. To do that, the command will be docker volume inspect in the name of the volume, so volume 1. Here we see the creation date and time. The volume is located in our local drive, and this is the mount point, this is the name, and the scope is local. We can also remove the volume with the command docker volume remove and the name of the volume, so volume 1. Now if we do docker ls, docker volume ls, we no longer have that volume. This is how to work with volumes. And let's do something fun. Let's create a container with a volume. The command for that will be docker run hyphen d for detach hyphen hyphen name, and we will name it service 1. And we will use hyphen hyphen mount, and the source will be vol1. This is the name of the volume. And then we can specify the target. The target will be app, and we have to base it on an image, so we will base it on nginx. Now if we do docker ps-a, we see that we have this container based, the container name is service1. It's based on the nginx image, and it's been up for 4 seconds. Now let's execute the container. The command for that will be docker execute hyphen interactive in the name of the container, so service 1, and the bash command. Now we're inside the container. Inside the container, if we do ls, we can see app in here. Let's go inside app. We don't have anything in here, so let's create a file. Let's echo test to a file, and let's name the file test file. Now if we ls, we see the file. If we cat what's inside the file, we see test. Let's exit from the container. In here, let's do docker volume ls. We see that we have vol1. Let's inspect it, so docker volume inspect, in the name of the volume, volume 1. And let's change the directory and come here. This is the mount point. If we ls in here, we see the test file in our machine. So let's cat that test file, and we should see test. And we do see test, which means that we can keep the records of the container even if we remove it. So let's try and remove the container first. So let's do docker ps-a. We have this container. Let's do docker remove -f in the name of the container, which is service 1. We removed the container, but if we ls, we still have the test file. If we cat it, we'll still have the information inside that test file. This is how to keep records or logs from container even after removal. Now let's do the same thing with the volume, but let's create a volume first and then create a container with that volume. To do that, let's make a directory in here and let's name it storage. Let's cd first ls. We have storage in here. Let's see if we have anything inside of storage. We do have test file. Let's cat that file. We have test2 inside that file in our machine. Now let's create a container and pass this volume to it. So let's do docker run hyphen interactive hyphen detach hyphen name, and let's name it service2 hyphen v for the volume, and specify the path. The path for this volume is home and ec2 user, and we have storage, and inside storage we have test file 2. Is it test file 2? Yeah, it's test file 2. And let's base it on an image. Let's use Ubuntu. Something went wrong. Docker run hyphen interactive hyphen d hyphen name service2 volume home ec2 user storage test file 2 Ubuntu. And now if we do docker ps-a, we see that we have this service2 based on Ubuntu. Let's execute it. So the command for that will be docker execute hyphen interactive, and the name is service2. The command is bash. Now we're inside it. Let's ls, and now we can see test file in here. We can access it. Let's go inside test file, and in here if we ls we see test file 2. Let's cut it, and we see test2. This is how to start a container with an existing volume. If we want to delete the or remove the unused volumes, the command for that will be docker volume prune. But first let's remove the containers that we have. So docker ps hyphen a to see the containers. Oh, I'm inside the container. Let's exit, and in here let's do docker ps hyphen a, and we see the container. Let's remove it. So docker remove hyphen f, and the name of the container is service2. We remove the containers. Let's do docker volume ls. We have this volume, and now let's do docker volume prune and confirm yes. Now if we do ls, we no longer have any volume. This is how to work with Docker storage. In the next tutorial we will see how to work with Docker file. See you then.